$1,000. Guess we ain't worth much to the Overland Company.
That ain't no decent reward for a self-respecting bandit. What do you say we send Harmon a donation to boost the ante?
Maybe I will, after we polish off the 3 o'clock stage. Say, it's nearly 3 o'clock. We better step on it if we're going to meet Stone at the bus depot.
Yeah? How do we know he'll show up? He was supposed to be home yesterday. I'll bet he's up to no good.
Boy, you sure got the Blue Monday blues.
Oh, why shouldn't I? Range full of cattle and beef so low you can't get nothing for it. Grass so scarce it costs a fortune to feed 'em.
Yeah, and to top it off, we'll let Stoney talk us into going into the county seat and drawing out her savings.
Say, who's doing the beefing, you or me?
Well, something better happen pretty soon. Don't that plane look familiar?
Yeah. Nobody but Ned Hoyt flies that crazy.
Look, he fell out of the plane.
Why, that blister-brained fool. Hey, snap out of it. He's all right.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm going to give that Hoyt kid a piece of my mind and maybe a punch in the jaw.
I got a good notion to turn you in.
Stoney.
Lay off and let me out of this contraption.
You scared us out of a year's growth.
What's the big idea?
Quickest way down. We just spotted the Overland gold stage. It's about to be held up.
Where?
Kent's Pass.
Kent's Pass.
Get her. Come on. All right.
Stay with the bus, Lullaby. Never mind. The gold's safe.
Well, you fellas got here just in the nick of time.
Yeah. You better head back for Overland.
Sure.
You've done the Overland Company a big favor, boys. 1,000 simoleons. You've earned it, saving that shipment.
Not bad for an afternoon's work, eh, Sheriff?
Maybe you better hire the Musketeers your personal escort, Dave.
I got a better idea than that. Instead of shipping the gold out by bus, why don't you let Ned Hoyt fly it out?
Ned Hoyt? You mean that young fellow that runs the airport with his sister? Why, he's practically a stranger around here.
We're not, are we? It so happens we own half interest in the Summit Airline.
What?
We bought it today.
So that's what you've been up to.
What do you think, Mr. Harmon? Wouldn't it be safer?
Well, it should be, but I don't know.
Well, think what it'd mean to Oro Grande. Instead of being cut off here with a one-way road, snowed in 5 months out of the year, you'd have a continuous contact with the outside world.
I can put us on the map at that, Dave.
Certainly worth considering, Stoney. But Hoyt's plane doesn't look substantial enough to call gold bullion.
Substantial? Why, it might fall to pieces any minute.
Suppose we buy a new transport and carry passengers as well as gold.
In that case, I'd be very much interested. Provided, of course, your pilots were bonded.
It's a deal.
Now listen, Stoney,
We'll get busy on it right away.
Very well.
All right, Brain Trust. Supposing you tell me how you're going to work all these miracles.
You heard me. We're half owners in the airline.
And what are we going to use for money? Corralled us?
Keep your wig on, Grandpa. I'll tell you all about it later. Right now, I have more important business. Miss Hoyt, I believe.
Oh, hello, Tony.
Going my way?
Maybe. What's the percentage?
Interesting company guaranteed.
It never fails. When Stoney meets a gal, we meet trouble.
Hello, boys.
Howdy, Mullins.
Hi.
My boys tell me you Musketeers did a neat job of stopping that holdup on my stage this afternoon.
It's okay. We were glad to help.
I'd better get inside and pacify Harmon. So long.
So long. So long.
Boy, he's the one that's going to need pacifying as soon as Harmon tells him that we've got the Oro Grande contract instead of him.
Well, aren't you going to say anything?
About what?
All the excitement.
What? I didn't know there was in this town.
Then I heard the news.
Oh, you mean about Nick? I'm way ahead of you. The finance company has probably repossessed our plane by now. I guess we'll be leaving Oro Grande soon.
You've got another guest coming. You haven't lost your plane. You've taken on 3 new partners, and we're going to get a big new transport.
Really?
Yeah.
Of course I'm pleased with the Musketeers' offer. I've prayed for the chance to fly a decent ship and make a decent living again. But it's no use, sis. I'll have to pass it up.
Oh, Ned. Can't you forget the past?
I have, but won't forget me.
But the jury cleared you. You even got your pilot's license back.
Sure. After I served a year in prison.
And you're going to give up without even trying.
Look, honey, if I thought I could get away with this Hoyt masquerade just long enough to put that airline
You
over...
can get away with it. It's your one chance to come back.
Okay, sis. They can't kill you for trying.
Our neighbors aren't above making an honest dollar.
You know they haven't any money. They've got nothing but cattle, and neither have we.
Well, that's the idea. We stage a roundup, sell the cattle, and buy the plane. Simple enough, isn't it?
Says you.
Well, come along tomorrow, and I'll show you how it's done. Good night.
Good night.
Hey, Lullaby, wake up. It's time to go to sleep. As it now stands, we're all cattle poor. But this airline gives us a chance to get back on our feet.
You don't need to sell me, Stoney. If you fellas are willing to sell your herds and take a gamble, I am too.
No, Stoney, I don't know nothing about them there airplanes, and I can't take a chance. Them cattle's all I got.
But Pete, can't you put up half your herd?
No, son, I can't see it.
Pete Hawkins, you listen to me. I've kept still as long as I'm a-going to. He ain't putting up half our herd. He's putting them all up.
Land of Goshen, well, what's got into you?
You heard me. You're going to invest in that aeroplane. And what's more, before I die, I'm going to ride in it. Sign.
I'm not trying to sell you a bill of goods, Hank. You can come in or stay out as you see fit, and no hard feelings.
Well, if you could convince Pete Hawkins, that's enough for me. You can count me in.
Good.
Keep him out, ma'am. We're headed for Benson's Draw.
Musketeers mean business, all right. They've ordered a Spartan transport and rounding up every herd in the district to pay for it. They're shipping over the short line.
If those cattle didn't get to market, they couldn't pay for that plane, could they?
Drive them over the cut to Benson Draw. Right to Benson Draw and tell the Musketeers we're on our way.
Comes right on the dock.
Hank, you start cutting your stuff out. We'll load them first.
Looks like everything's under control.
Sure got this herd rounded up in short order.
You sound kind of like you're going for this thing after all.
Yeah, I yelled calf rope long ago.
Hey, look.
It's our new plane.
Yeah, let's ride over and take a look at it. Me and my outfit will finish loading. The rest of you fellas might as well go ahead.
Thanks, Pete.
D141 calling Summit Airport. D141 calling Summit Airport. D141 calling Summit Airport.
Joe, that's the new pilot.
Receiving. Go ahead, D141. Be with you in 2 minutes. How's the field? Smooth and dry, but keep to the center. Avoid the stubble on the south edge.
Oh, it's really here at last.
Miss Beth, I've been trying to work up enough courage to ask you something for a long time.
Yes? What is it, Joe?
Well, I'd like the job as co-pilot when Ned starts flying the Oro Grande contract.
But you haven't flown for 6 years. You told me you lost your nerve after that crack-up.
Well, I'd get it back if I had a real plane to fly.
I know how you feel, Joe, but there's really nothing I can do about it. It's up to Ned and the Musketeers.
Well, you could talk to them. They'd listen to you. After all, I've worked pretty hard around here, too.
Oh, Joe, I appreciate that, but I can't promise anything.
Oh, but couldn't you just try to...
Oh, there's the transport. I've got to go.
kind of excited myself, Ned. How about you, Mullins?
Well, you can't hardly expect me to clap hands at losing your business, can you?
You can still buy into the airlines, Mr. Mullins.
No, thanks. I'm afraid I still put my faith in old-fashioned transportation.
Why, Beth Vincent, of all people.
Oh, Bob Whitby!
What are you doing here? Where's Ned?
Whoa, not so fast.
Well, gosh, it's good to see you.
Oh, it's good to see you, too, but wait till I tell you what's been happening.
And just think, we're all part owners in her.
I have to go up in that.
Oh, you just wait till you go up.
So, to make a long story short, we took your advice. We changed our name to Hoyt, and everything's going fine.
Good for you. I'm glad to see you kids get a decent break for a change. But say, who's going to help them fly this baby?
Oh, well, we haven't arranged for a co-pilot yet.
What's the matter with me? I can use the job.
Why, we couldn't find a better man.
How are you, Hoyt?
Fine, thanks.
Oh, Mr. Harmon of the Oro Grande Company, Mr. Whitney,
How do you do, sir?
How do you do?
and Mr. Mullins.
How do you do?
Mr. Mullins? You'll be needing a co-pilot, Ned. How about it?
Would you take the job?
Would I take it?
Then you're as good as working right now.
How swell.
What's the matter, Joe? You don't look very happy over the new plane.
I asked for the job of co-pilot, only I got crossed up. They hired Whitney.
Well, that's too bad. Just a minute.
They're not going to push me around and get away with it. I'll show them.
Oh, I wouldn't be hasty. You might be flying your own plane, and pretty soon.
All set. They finished loading. You've all got your orders. Now make it fast. Start rolling.
Just remember, when it comes to flying that jalopy, I'm the head man. You're only the co-pilot.
Oh, yeah? Listen, I can fly circles around you.
Sure, while I'm doing figure eights with my eyes shut.
Boys, don't argue. Plenty of glory for all us flyers. What do you know about flying?
Well, I'm dressed for it, ain't I?
Yeah, and you sure look silly if you ask me.
Nobody asked you.
Say, Elmer, did you ever fly incognito?
Incognito, where in the heck is that? Flew all over Kalamazoo.
Well, how do you like flying, Elmer?
Splendid, Mr. Whitney. Splendid, as long as it can keep one foot on the ground.
Why, shame on you. I thought you weren't afraid of anything. You told me you flew to Little America with Admiral Byrd.
Did you? Well, are you sure?
We all heard you.
Lullaby, you want to be careful of them things.
It's Paul.
What happened, Pete?
They shot up the boys and took over the train.
Take care of him. Come on. Here.
Something must have gone haywire. Not a chance. They'll never make it in time.
This the guy we knew back east?
Yeah, only his name wasn't Hoyt. Wonder what he's doing out here in the sticks.
Flying gold. Don't this rag say so?
Pardon me. You're strangers out here?
Sorta.
I heard you mention the name of Ned Hoyt. Do you know him?
Yeah, he's an old pal of ours.
That's so. I know him very well. I was just talking to Waddell. There's $100,000 in gold bullion going out on the Summit Airline in 1 hour.
$100,000.
And they call this a hick town.
With you, Ned. Don't turn. But those two men in the front seat, they're bad medicine. Them when I was in prison.
Think they recognized you?
I don't know.
All right, reach for it. Everybody.
Give me the mic. Take the stick. D141 calling. Hoyt calling Waddell. D141 calling.
Summit Airport receiving. Go ahead.
We're being held up. Get the Musketeers. I'll try and head back for the field. Hurry!
Sure, I'll get the Musketeers.
Cut it, Mr. Hoyt.
Ask him where he keeps the parachutes.
Come on, where are they? We're dumping the passengers.
They'll be killed if they jump in these mountains.
Come on.
Never mind, Dad, I got him.
I think it's time you and I had some serious conversation.
That's no lie.
Why, you said that like you had the weight of the world on your shoulder.
Maybe I have. Tony, it's something I've got to tell you. Something I should have told you a long time ago.
Come on, you next.
Look! Somebody jumped out!
There's another one.
No, please!
Count three and pull that trigger.
Head back to the airport. I'll see what it's all about.
All set?
Yeah.
Okay, Vincent, do your stuff.
We're not going anywhere. We're out of gas.
We're what?
See for yourself.
Why, you dirty...
Take it easy, Gat.
Maybe you'd like to fly this boat. Well, why don't you shoot, Cat?
Get us down.
Yes, it's true. Our real name is Vincent. We changed it to Hoyt because...
You knew we wouldn't trust our gold in the hands of a criminal.
Ned isn't a criminal. He was cleared.
Why did you try to keep his record a secret then?
Because I told her to.
You mean you knew about Hoyt?
Certainly. The plane was registered under the name of Vincent, otherwise he couldn't have got his pilot's license.
Then why didn't you tell us?
I saw no need to, as long as he was performing his work satisfactorily.
He did all right. Killed his co-pilot, forced the passengers out, and got away with $100,000 in gold.
Sure, I can just picture it. He shoots Whitney, holds up the passengers, puts parachutes on them, and shoves them out with one hand, all the time he's flying with the other. And I suppose those passengers dreamed that story about gunmen.
Tony, since you took it on yourself to back Hoyt, I'll have to hold you responsible. I'll give you just 24 hours to make this loss good.
Okay, if that's the way you feel about it.
Just a minute, Stoney. Where does that leave us?
You'll get every cent you invested. You have my word for it.
Well, if you put it that way.
Thanks.
I'm sorry you got into this, Dave.
My own fault for going modern. At least we never lost such staggering amounts the old way. You'll be getting our business back.
24 hours. Well, that's this time tomorrow.
Why not let us in on some of these secrets about Ned?
I couldn't. I didn't know myself.
Well, then why drag us into it?
Because I couldn't let Beth take quiet. Here she comes.
Stoney, I want to thank you for defending Ned.
I wish you'd have told me before, Beth.
Well, Ned wanted to, but I talked him out of it. I was afraid he would spoil his chance. And then that day on the trail, I tried to explain, but...
Never mind. You run along and try not to worry. We've got a plan all figured out.
Thanks, Stoney.
Brother, you sure can pick 'em.
Well, it's beyond me how a girl like Beth can have a brother that gets so tangled up.
He don't fool around none. He really put you behind the 8 ball.
And we're going to stay there unless we find that plane.
Hey, Gat, what's that secret waveband Waddell told us to use? 22 point what?
22.6, why?
This baby's finally deciding to work. D141, D141, calling JW. D141, calling JW, calling JW, calling JW.
Does he answer?
Hello, Joe. It's Dutch.
Yeah, it's about time. Where are you?
This mug of a pilot crossed us up and drained our gas tank. We had to make a forced landing. Yeah, he's okay. He don't know it, but he's flying us out of here.
Okay, but where are you?
We're on Furnace Mountain.
How about the stuff?
That's okay, too. We can the chatter and get some gas up here right away.
All right, I'll phone the boss and call you right back.
Swell. Tell Dutch I'll have a pack train on the way there inside of an hour. What?
Hoyt's liable to act up. How about me going up and flying the plane back?
Nothing doing. I want you to stick by that radio till that stuff's over the line. I said no. Goodbye. The plane's hitting on Furnace Mountain.
That plane is hidden someplace is the only way I can figure it out.
We just had something to go on.
Yeah, this way we're just left dangling like them poor passengers that had to jump them parachutes.
Lullaby, you've hit it.
Hit what?
Our one chance to lick this thing. Why didn't I think of it before?
Where you going?
Back to talk to those passengers.
Come on, boys, hurry up. Snap it up there. You'll fly in the plane with Dutch and Gat. I don't trust them.
What about Hoyt?
Well, if he gets tough, let him have it. But if he plays ball, kid him along till he flies you over the border. Then let your conscience be your guide.
I'm sorry, Mr. Brooke, but I can't remember anything except what I told the investigation. I was too scared.
They broke through and killed Whitney just like I told the sheriff. But the rest of it's a blank.
I'm not going to tell you another thing about that nightmare, but my lawyer's going to. I'm going to sue you when I get back to Denver. Now get out.
We think it was an inside job, Mr. Evans, and we're hoping that you can remember something that'll give us a clue.
Well, I'll try. First, they held us up. Then they broke into the pilot's cabin and killed young Whitney. That happened while the other pilot was calling the airport.
Did the airport answer?
Why, they must have. The pilot told someone we were being held up.
Did he call him by name?
Well, there was so much noise, but it sounded like Bell or Mel.
Waddell?
Was it Waddell?
Why, yes. That was the name.
Bill Waddell. Who'd have thought it?
And he swore that he never heard from Ned.
He'll swear a different story when I get through with him. I'll choke the truth out of him.
Oh, no, you won't. If Waddell has contact for that gang, he's the one man who knows where the plane is. We can't tip our hand or we might lose the works.
All right, then what'll we do?
We'll go out to Hoyt's. I got a plan I think will work.
D141 calling. D141 calling. D141 calling Waddell. D141 calling Waddell.
JW calling D141. JW calling D141. JW calling D141.
Must be Waddell. Wonder what he wants.
JW calling D141.
D141 receiving. This is Dutch.
Hey, what's the idea calling us on the wrong wavelength? You want to get us picked up?
What do you mean? I never called you.
You never called me?
Say, what's eating you anyway? Hey, that Waddell must have the jitters.
Ask him if that gas has left yet.
Say, how about that gasoline? Has it left yet?
Do your stuff, Lullaby.
You fellas keep quiet. Yeah, I guess it's on the way.
Tell them they don't know exactly where to take the gas to.
Might be a little late. The boys don't know just where you are.
Listen, lame brain. I told you. Furnace Mountain. If that gas don't get here pretty quick, me and Gat are leaving here on foot.
Keep your shirt on. You'll get help sooner than you think. We done it.
Furnace Mountain.
That's only 10 miles away. Come on.
Just a minute. I want to make sure Waddell doesn't do a Houdini and spoil everything.
Well, here's the fork. Which way you think they went?
They must have taken Snake Trail. That leads to Furnace Mountain.
Hey, Pat, somebody's trailing us.
Some musketeers, come on! Never mind the mules, boys. Make a run for it.
Who you working for?
I ain't saying.
Well, you'll have plenty of time to think it over while we're up at the plane.
You'll never find it.
Sorry to disappoint you. Adios, gentlemen.
Joe! Well, what happened?
Bandits.
Well, when did it happen?
Oh, about an hour ago. I'm going after the sheriff.
Well, why don't you telephone? Hello? Hello, give me the sheriff's office.
Sheriff Mason talking.
Hello, this is Beth Hoyt speaking. We've just had a robbery. Yes, I'm at the airport. No, I just came in and found... Hello? Hello?
Hello. Operator, I've been cut off.
What are you doing here?
The Musketeers have found out where the plane is.
How could they?
They tricked me with a fake radio call. They're going after Clanton.
Round up the men.
Hey, those must be the men Mullins sent.
Come on, fellas. Hurry up with that gasoline.
Think we can get away with it?
Nothing like trying.
Hey, what kept you so long?
Come on, let's get the gas in the plane.
Yeah, we were ready to start walking.
Yeah, you may still get the chance.
Hey, what is this?
You'll find out. Come on.
You okay, Ned?
Boy, am I glad to see you.
The gold's all here.
Good. You got enough clearance to fly out of here?
Sure, as soon as we fuel up.
Well, what's holding us? Let's get that gas unloaded.
Hey, you're spilling it. What's the hurry?
I'm anxious to see the look on that sheriff's face when he sees Ned.
And so they took the mules and headed up the trail. They've probably found the plane by now. Come on.
And then Waddell rushed out and locked me in.
Then he must have cut the wire when you phoned me.
Wasn't that Waddell just rode out of town with Mullins' outfit?
By gosh, it was.
They were heading for Snake Trail.
I don't like the looks of this. Let's ride out that way and see what they're up to.
That does it. We'll be out of here in no time.
can't we push them 2 dudes off the nearest cliff?
Lose our evidence? No, thanks. We'll leave him in there.
They've broken the controls.
We'll have to make a break for the horses.
Wait, you'll never get through that way.
What are those?
Smoke cartridges.
Good.
Keep us covered, Lullaby.
Head on down the trail. We'll stall them off. Got everything?
We'll hop into St. Louis, sign the merger with International Airways, and be back before you know it.
They'll find a clause in that contract that says they can't take you away from Oro Grande. And that goes for you, too.
Try to keep me away.
If we need any more aviators, tell them about me and Wrong Way Corrigan.
Okay, Alma. Come on, let's go.
Good luck, Ned.